Good morning, this is Kris Shoemaker, also known as Yehudah ben Shomeyr, and you're listening to Coffee with Kris, the time of the day where we share a cup of coffee and share a bit of the Word of God. Thank you so much for joining me on this Monday morning for a hot cup of coffee and a hot cup of the Word of God. The Torah portion this week is Bashalach, which means after he lets you go, and our portion for today is Exodus chapter 14, verse 9, all the way to chapter 14, or verse 14, rather. So let me ask you, do you scare easily? Let's read verses 11 and 12 of chapter 14. They said to Moses, "Have you taken us away to die in the wilderness because there were not enough graves in Egypt? Why have you dealt this way with us to bring us out of Egypt? Did we not say to you in Egypt, just leave us alone so that we may serve the Egyptians? It was better for us to serve the Egyptians than to die in the wilderness." Man, we give Israel such a hard time for saying stupid things like that, because it's like, hey, you just experienced the 10 miraculous plagues that freed you, and then once you hit a little a speed bump, a little pothole in the road out of Egypt, you get scared? Not so fast. If you really think about it, and if you're truly honest with yourself, we act the exact same way in our life. We have some great things that we could recall that God has delivered us and brought us out and been faithful to us. And every time there's a new situation, we bite our nails and shake our knees and pee our pants because we're scared. We're worried if God's really going to see us through. But he always does. So no matter how many miracles, we still seem to doubt. It was true with Israel. It's true with us. Let's keep reading 13 and 14. But Moses said to the people, "Don't be afraid. Stand still." You know, when you're afraid, you pace back and forth or you run around like a chicken with your head cut off. So he's saying, don't be afraid, stand still, and see the Yeshua of Adonai. That word Yeshua means salvation. See the salvation of Adonai, which he will perform for you today. You have seen the Egyptians today, but you will never see them again. Adonai will fight for you while you hold your peace. Just shut up and watch. Shut up and watch the fireworks. You know, we must take our list that I told you to make yesterday of, all the victories of the past, and we need to read those over and over to encourage ourselves. That's why it's such a great idea to keep a journal. So you can go back, days, months, years, and see what you've gone through, and maybe find patterns in your life of certain themes that come up on certain months, or, certain trials and tribulations, and how God brought you through. So if we encourage ourselves by recalling and reading past events that God brought us through, it encourages us to hang tough and to believe, to not be afraid, to stand still, and to watch God work. Guys, thanks so much for listening. Go out there and have a great day. Shalom, and God bless.